Morning, everyone. Bit of a gray morning this morning. It's raining. I kind of knew that looking at the weather yesterday that this was probably going to be my first day running or walking in this rain, but wasn't really dreading it. I guess you all know Canada's kind of on fire right now, and Alberta's suffering from some pretty severe wildfires. So I think this rain is a blessing, and I'm not going to whine about it. This morning, my cousin Sebas, we're talking about, he said good morning, which was nice. Thank you, Sebas. And we were talking about, I'm going to do it in the rain today. And he said, well, what's that? The old postman slogan? Wind, rain, hail, nothing stops the mail. So I'm out here and I don't mean male, like gender, guys, don't get excited. But today I want to talk about insecurities and the problem with them and how we all have them. We all suffer from insecurities. And, it was brought to my attention a little while ago. I went on a really great fishing trip for a couple days up at a buddy's cabin. And there were 4 of us there, and we were having the time of our life. And in the evening, excuse me, we, like we would do, we had a couple, maybe too many double Caesars, and we started talking, and, my friends, people I truly care for, and I believe care for me, brought up the fact that a lot of my personality and a lot of what I do seems to be based in insecurity. And of course, like everyone else, I took offense to that a bit. It hurts, it stings when someone points out, not that you have insecurities, but that they're aware that you have them. So, at that time, which wasn't that long ago, it was only maybe a month and a half ago, I wasn't ready to hear that. And like everyone else, I defended them. I did something we all do. We fight for our insecurities. We fight with so much energy and so much passion for our insecurities. And most of us, I believe, don't believe, or don't know, that we're doing it. So I did a lot of thinking. When someone you care for says that, you could do the very immature thing and you could stop talking to them because they hurt your feelings. Or you could, start thinking about it and really dig deep down and see what's going on. So I came to the epiphany that insecurities aren't the problem. We all have them. It's fighting for your insecurities that's the issue. It's the passion and energy that we all put into fighting for our insecurities and our fears. A lot of people lose the race before they even get to the finish line. They don't even, to the start line. You come up with 100 reasons why you can't possibly win this race. So you don't even attempt the race. So you lose before you even tried. And don't get me wrong, I don't subscribe to participation medals, and I don't believe that people should be rewarded for trying. That being said, what I mean by that is you don't get a medal for it, but you can win an inner battle. So you're afraid to do this race, you're scared, you think you're going to lose, you have all these reasons, and you fight so passionately for those reasons. But you know what? You get up and you do it. You get to the start line and you do the race. And out of 100 people, you come in 53rd. You won. You beat your insecurities on that day. You gave yourself back a bit of power. You didn't win the race, but you won a battle. I was listening to a CEO talk not too long ago, and he was talking to a crowd of people, and he said, what are everyone's goals for next month? What are your sales goals? And nobody really said much, and one person kind of raised their hand and said, 200,000. And he thought, well, that's a good goal. But then he said, how come nobody's goal is $1 million? And the whole crowd went quiet. There was a hush. But the CEO was really smart. He knew what he was doing. So then one person raised their hand, and they were triggered instantly. And they just became so passionate, so energetic, talking about it's impossible to hit $1 million. Like, how could we do that? There's all these obstacles in place. There's all these things. There's all this red tape, and it's impossible. And you're our CEO, and you're not even hitting $1 million. And how could we be expected to do it? And she went on for a good 10 minutes with such vigor and passion and energy, defending all of her insecurities and fighting for the fear that she can't make that goal. And the CEO just patiently sat there and stayed very stoic and nodded and kind of listened. But when she was done, he just said, yeah, you know what? $1 million might be out of your reach. But put as much passion into trying to hit $1 million that you just did into telling me why you can't do it. And a light bulb went off in my head because, like everyone else, we've all had bosses who come into a morning meeting, or maybe not a boss, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a relative. And they tell you all these things that you should be doing. And as they start talking, and as soon as you get triggered, you just start thinking about all the negative things and all your insecurities. And, oh yeah, like that one time I tried to do that, but you took me off and put me on another project and I didn't get to finish it. Yeah, keep going. Tell me about how great you are. But that person's not selling themselves. They're trying to sell you to you. Don't worry about what your CEO does. Don't worry about what your boss does. Worry about what you're doing. Listen to what they're saying. If it's upsetting, compartmentalize that. Put it somewhere. Figure that out later. Figure out why that upset you. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But don't feed into those insecurities. Don't feed into those fears. It is okay to be insecure. It is fine to have insecurities. We all have them. What's not healthy is feeding those insecurities and giving them energy and passion. All right, so I'm going to continue my walk because it's really starting to come down now. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I hope some things I say resonate and maybe help you through your day and do a little bit of good. If not, keep trying. Okay, bye everyone.